14 years since Simon Cowell formed 1D on The X Factor, which ages us all, 35 teenage boys, into superstars.
And guess what? He's hoping to do it all again as he goes in search for the next big boy band to dominate the charts. Simon, it looks like you've made friends with our buddy.
I know. If it was
lovely,
a dog band, I mean, he'd be in.
That's a good idea, Simon.
Well, it'll happen one day. He's so beautiful.
Isn't he gorgeous?
I've heard about why he's doing it. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
He's a good boy.
So we should talk about this boy band. Yeah. Why are you doing it? Why do you need another boy band?
Well, there isn't one. I keep thinking and waiting. When is the next kind of big, UK band going to come along? And you were there when it happened. I mean, it is the most exciting thing, honestly, I've ever done. Bands, boy bands, girl bands, when it works, it's brilliant. Yeah. However, it's very rare that they form themselves. So going back to Spice Girls, somebody had the idea. And I've done a lot of bands over the years where you just put really talented people together and, hope it works. And since there hasn't been one, I thought, I'm just going to do it. I really want to do it again. But I've done it in a very different way, which is we just don't know who's going to turn up until it happens.
So you're just rocking up to a city,
yep,
and whoever turns up is who you see.
It was like sending out a party invitation and not having a clue if anyone's going to turn up. So, I kind of, mentally went, OK, you know what? If I see one person in Liverpool, that's enough in terms of, what I'm looking for. And we saw about 250 people over 2 days, which, is a lot of people.
A lot.
And we managed to see everyone.
And what's the format? Do they just come and sing and that's it?
It's quick. I mean, they are literally in, out, in, out, in, out.
And they just sing one song?
Yeah.
Has to be, because on X Factor, we'd probably get through 30 if we were lucky a day.
If we were lucky, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, so we're seeing probably double that. And, we had to, in the end, because we had so many people at one point, because they were just coming through, because we just said turn up whenever you want. So that morning, I'm calling everyone saying, what's it like? And they went, oh, it's quiet to begin with. I'm like, oh, God. And then suddenly I started getting some messages through somebody who was with me saying, get here quick, ! And I thought, that's a good sign. And then I got another one. And then it was just the minute you find that first person who you think is the person you're looking for, I mean, you know what it's like. Yeah. It's the best feeling in the world. I
mean, it's one thing to find the talent, but it's another thing for that talent to get on with each other. How are you going to ensure that they get on?
Well, I'm doing something in the middle stages because this isn't like a format as such, There is no... there was a beginning, obviously. I have no idea where this is going to end because until we find the band, that's sort of it. But there is something I'm going to do in the middle with all of them I've never done before, which I'll tell you about later.
I think you're going to put them in a house together or something so they live together.
Well, it's kind of close to that, but something different, which I've never done before. But for me, well, you know that. I think 1D, it was always about friendship. Yeah. Spice Girls was always about friendship. And also the determination, to be successful. And, what was so interesting, what was happening on the day was how they were making friends. Because a lot of these kids, they haven't got out of their house, to ever sing before. Yeah. They're like singing, in their bedrooms. So suddenly it's like, oh, my God, there's people around me. What do I do? And they were making friends. And it was just... Even if they didn't get in the band, I felt it was a positive experience.
It was a good day.
Do you feel it brings out the best in you? Because, at your heart, you're an A&R guy, right? And I remember when we did X Factor, the band, that last series, it was one of my favourites because you didn't have time to think almost. You had to go. You had to go with your instinct. And is it like this here? So you're just making you're making your calls pretty quick.
It's about luck sometimes, Dermot. I mean, when we did that show, it wasn't like, oh my God, I found the one.
Yeah.
And that is it. You've got to find the one. And this did happen with one particular boy where I thought, and I could tell by the energy around, this boy is special. I mean, seriously, seriously good.
Yeah.
Having said that, second time around, you never know.
Because, when you put 1D together, that was still a huge punt, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was a punt. Yeah. I mean, they had, I think, a couple of weeks or roughly 2 weeks.
Yeah, not long.
Where they were smart is that they lived together. You know, they hung out.
I think it's important.
Yeah, and they got to know each other. So when they came to Spain, you remember what it was like. You know, even when they walked up the beach, I'm thinking, there's something about this group.
Yeah.
Everyone's looking at them and they're excited. And they sang this song, and I'm like, I'll keep my poker face on. And they walk around the corner. I jump out my chair. Thank you, God. Because we could all feel something.
And feel the magic.
For being honest with you, that's what I've missed, is doing that. Because, you know, like I said, I wish, but they don't. They don't form themselves.
Well, that was my question, because you've done it. You've done it with the biggest boy band of all time, really. It's going to be so hard to replicate because it was such a moment in time. Social media happened at the same time.
Yeah.
The X Factor was such a huge show. So what made you want to get... Was that it? You just missed the juice of it?
If I thought that they were dated now or the records felt dated, you know, that would be a different conversation. But a couple of years ago, Eric, my son, he came in because he's always trying to find me new records. Oh, yeah.
Great.
So he comes running in. You want to tune, don't you? He comes running in and goes, "Oh, Dad, you've got to listen to this record." And he plays me a One Direction record. And I'm laughing. I went, he goes, "Why are you laughing?" I said, "Oh, I love it." And he said, "Well, why are you laughing?" I said, "Well, I know this band." He goes, no, you don't. I go, "Yes, I do."
Did he think he discovered that?
Well, sort of, yeah. And then, of course, you know, all of his friends are playing the One D records,
cute.
you know, because the records still sound great.
They still sound
and look, you know, if we got them together, which we weren't, but if we did and put their concert on sale now, it would be giant. Probably the biggest concert, stadium...
what, if you put them back together?
Oh, my God, are you kidding?
Yeah.
We would sell out stadiums all over the world. Really? I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm just saying if they did.
Do you have any regrets surrounding them at all?
I wish I'd owned the name.
What, One Direction?
Yeah.
Why did you not do that?
That's a classic him answer, by the way. So I say, wish I owned the name so I could do some other stuff with the name, basically.
What could you do with the name?
Like ABBA, you know the ABBA thing?
Do
you know,
Yeah.
I'd do that.
Oh, I get
Yeah,
it.
and I wouldn't have to ask anyone.
Oh, got ya.
Yeah.
Got ya.
But other than that, no. I mean, some of my best memories of my career were around about that time.
Yeah.
It was just exciting.
Really special, wasn't it?
It was special. And, you know, when we saw 20 fans grow into 40 fans and then suddenly 100 and then it went to 2,000 and the fans were kind of like really the ones who were making it work all over the world. I mean, and being part of that, it was thrilling.
Yeah.
Simon, there could be someone watching you right now who's very talented,
Where are you?
doesn't know literally what to do. What would you say to them about applying for this show?
Honestly, just do it. Because whether it's a yes, whether it's a no, you know this, part of being successful in entertainment is you've got to audition and you've got to experience what it's like to meet people. So whether, you know, like I said, I believe that everyone walked away thinking, I've learned something I didn't know before. And I was really actually very proud of everyone who did bother to turn up because they were just walking in, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, good for you because, you know, you gave it a go. Yeah. And a couple of the kids, you know, when we said, you're really good, they were like, really? Yeah, I'm like, yes.
That's so lovely.
Great people with you as well. I mean, we run out of time.
I have got a great... Oh, my God. We've got some of the best songwriters of all time helping me out and producers. So, yeah, it's a big deal.
Best of luck,
Can I just say, go to simonneedsyou.com. It's got all the details.
Thank you, Simon. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. Just wanted to say thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, listen, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.